Where?
We should be live everywhere. Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Live, and Twitch TV.
I know I'm alive.
We are
I
alive.
don't know about
And
you.
it's like 10:45. What a day, what a day. But we got something to tell you guys. If you want to build a PC, now is actually a very difficult time to build a PC. You know why? Because all the parts are sold out. Jeez, it's very hard. So I'm trying my best to make this guide. Every time I make a guide, it's always like I'm always chasing my tail because I make a guide, the parts available, great. I size up a budget PC for everyone, and then I go live and talk about it, and the parts are sold out. So it is what it is, and today some parts are sold out again on the list. But the first thing to talk about is like if you want the best ultimate gaming PC, you probably want to get the Ryzen 3950X. I'll link it down below. This is like the beast of a CPU. Shoot, I have so many items on this carousel. It's gonna take me a little bit of time. There it is. So here's the item. This is the ultimate CPU if you want to game.
Oh, wait.
It does a
What?
lot more than just gaming because it's a freaking 16 core. Is it 16 core? Let me check. I think it's 16 core, 32 threads, or is it 12 core? I gotta check on that. So let me just check on our live stream here, so we can click on our own product, so we can see. Yeah, 16 core, 32 thread for
That's some.
slightly under $700. Really good deal right now. It was sticking around 750 for a while. Even when it launched, this thing launched near the end of last year, and we saw prices up to 800. No, actually up to $900 because people were price gouging them. Then it was 750 for a while, and it
Mm.
stayed at 700 for the longest time, and then it just dropped down to 690. It's like $10 different, but it's the beast of the processor. I mean, you can buy like the next processor up from this, which will be a 24 core, but then that's a whole different line of chip and different motherboard. That's called the AMD Threadripper, and that CPU alone costs over twice as much as this.
Wait, is this the same CPU you recommend me to
Yes,
get?
this is.
Oh, you told me it's $200.
No, I
No,
didn't say it's
just kidding.
200. Dude, you got me. You got me. Yeah. Okay, so if you want something cheaper than this, you can always get the X3900. So, just for clarity, when we say best gaming CPU, whoa, that was the wrong picture that came up. Because I gotta pull up this picture. Right, the best gaming CPU. So the 3950 is just the best CPU. It's fantastic for gaming, but it's also a beast at doing computation work. Like if you're using Blender, if you're using Photoshop, if you're using Lightroom, if you're using Adobe Premiere, DaVinci Resolve, any graphic stuff, any video editing, this CPU can handle it. Now, if you're just buying a CPU on a budget and you're only gaming, that's a little different. I created a guide for that. You can check out the guide here on my website, and here's the link right here. It's you type it.com/gamingpc, and you can see I priced together like $830 PC, as well as like 872, which is kind of close in the budget there. A $1,072 PC and a $1,500 PC. So basically, you can see the CPU is one of the biggest components here. CPU and graphics card. That's what really defines a gaming PC. And basically, if you want the best gaming PC for a budget, you want a pretty strong graphics card and just an okay CPU like this one. So this will be good for just crunching out just enough. Here's a CPU. Oh man, it's out of stock already. See, this CPU was $85 when I made this video. When I made
What?
this, yes. And then it went to $125, and now it's $156. So that's not even worth it. Now I would step up to the next CPU, which is the Ryzen
No.
3600 6-core. Let me see. It was 175 when I made the video. How much is it now? Okay, it went down. Okay, so this is a good CPU for gaming. $172. It's a great CPU for gaming. Let me actually link it down so people know which one I'm talking about.
Man, something's whack about this, man. Why are they like
Yeah,
doing this?
it is really whack for sure, because it's supply and demand, right? Like once this one sells out, let me see like what's left. Like what are you charging? See, if this one sells out, then it goes to 190. That's like a $20 jump. It might not sound much, but for CPU, that's a lot. Because CPU prices are usually pretty fixed, and then it goes up to $200. So that's $30 jump for like this lower end CPU. Well, I wouldn't say lower end. A Ryzen 5 is pretty mid tier. It's great. It's really good for gaming, and you got 6 core, 12 threads. This is perfect for like Photoshop, Lightroom, and other applications too. It's just not as beastly as the Ryzen 9 that we talked about earlier, but it's a really good
Yeah.
processor. So I would start with this if you're gaming, the Ryzen 3600, and then you want to throw in a nice graphics card. Now, graphics cards.
What if I need a CPU that actually can game, right?
Yep.
And let's say, for example, if I know a friend of mine asked me to play Call of Duty,
Yes.
but I know that that game probably require a lot of juice to run,
Yes.
right?
So
Especially, and then I need it online, and then I want to stream
yes.
multiple platform at the same time. Or I want to able to run Lightroom and Photoshop.
Yes.
At the same time, I'm actually looking into playing with 3D graphics. So.
Oh man, you want to do a lot. So what you're asking for? I would totally recommend a Ryzen 9 3950. That's the
Yeah, that's the one you recommend.
thread,
16 core, yeah.
16 core, 32 threads. That will be what you definitely need. Now, if you're
I want
streaming-
to do new tutorial, say replace this guy in a second, not in a minute.
Yes, yes.
So I need that.
So, in addition to CPU, so what you're asking there is like a beast of a machine. You can do so much with it. So you want a beefy CPU. Now, if you want just something for gaming, then you don't want a beefy CPU. Unfortunately, even this one I recommend is pretty beefy because the slower ones aren't even worth it because anything that's slower right now is out of stock or priced so crazy that you might as well just get the 5 series Ryzen. Yes.
Okay, I know you're the expert on this, so I
Yes.
need to ask you
Yes.
this. And I know a lot of people out there probably don't know this answer too. So I'm asking a question is, in what scenario that will use CPU and what scenario will require to use the GPU?
Okay, so when you are gaming, any modern game these days, it's gonna offload the work to the graphics card. So if you are
Okay.
playing any games, this is why all these PC builds, I actually recommend a slow CPU. You could probably be okay with like a 9-year-old CPU. In fact, I'm using my i7 2600K for gaming, which is why I recommend rebuilding your old computer, Jeremy, to put a nice graphics card and use that as your gaming PC. Because when you're gaming,
Okay.
the CPU, although it will be bothersome.
Wait, hold on. You're asking me to do a lot of things. You want me to put my old PC
Yes.
as the streaming PC
Yes.
and then also a gaming PC.
Yes. No, your old PC is going to be. We'll talk about that later because there's options.
You confused me.
There's some options. You can do a lot. You can do a lot because you have two very capable PCs and you can offload it. Basically, where you put the graphics card is where you offload it. The better graphics card is where you're going to game on. So that
Well, I can't do both. I can put group graphic on both.
you could, but then you'll be kind of wasting money. Because yeah, dollar bills. Y'all.
Yeah, that's
Dollar-
not me.
do- do-
That's
do-
not me.
dollar bills. Just like Sammy here, right? Sammy, he says, if I'm not a gamer, what if I'm not a gamer or a Photoshop user, etc.? Should I go AMD or Intel? If you're not a gamer, and
Then,
you're not
Sammy
a
boy, I need to
Photoshop
ask,
user,
what are you?
He's a developer,
Who?
software
Oh,
developer.
and you're not a gamer. Oh, that's art.
It depends on what you are actually using.
Get a Microsoft Surface Book 3 laptop. You'll like it.
Well, it depends on what he's doing because the Surface Book 3 is a portable device, but it doesn't have the capacity if you're developing software and you need something that computes a lot. So Intel is actually really good for gaming right now. Actually, they're just peaking the gaming and they're good in Photoshop. But AMD is probably the better value for the majority of things. Yes, he says developer. You're right. So yeah, if you're a developer, I would say go for AMD and hit those cores up. It's really hard for me to say because it depends on what platform you're developing software on, and if that compiler is really taking advantage of the multi-core. So you might want to do a little research on Reddit or online to see like this compiler, does it use multiple cores or is it better to have less number of cores but faster speed? So I don't know the answer to you, but that's where I would guide you to do some research to find out. But for sure, yeah, you gotta do some research, see if you're core dependent or your CPU frequency speed dependent. So you,
Just get your sell a gaming PC. If you could game, you could do anything. Honestly.
no.
I mean, like, wait, I'm sorry. I take that back. I mean, like a powerful CPU.
Yes, if you have a powerful CPU, you still want to have a powerful graphics card if you're gonna game.
Get both.
Yes, but what if you're on a budget, right? That's why Jeremy.
Make more money.
Yes, make more money. So Jeremy, that's why the machine that we want you to stream on, we want you to put like a normal graphics card on. The machine that's not so
Oh,
fast that you're gonna game on, we want to have a fast graphics card. That's what's gonna be optimal for you. But when people are
oh,
just building one machine, right now, the cheapest CPU I actually recommend is a Ryzen 3600 6 core, just because anything cheaper than that is price gouge. So get that one if you're just gaming. It's a really good PC for productivity too. Now, if you want graphics card, we're talking about either
I
you,
Lao.
well,
Sammy boy said I'm Lao.
Sammy Boy says, by the way, today it seems like David's mic is quieter than normal and Jeremy is louder. Holy cow. Oh,
I did not change anything.
yeah.
So if it's loud, it's just me. Yesterday I was being quiet because my baby's sleeping tight. So I'm just like, okay,
I
this
gotta
is
be
what I'm gonna
louder
do.
though.
So today I'm back to normal.
Alright, so I do see my volume drop. Oh my gosh, my volume did drop. That's crazy.
Not my fault.
I don't know why. Okay, I have no idea why. So I might try to speak up because for some reason the volume is lower. Good catch, Sammy boy. Maybe I'll reset something. Hang on, that's a really good catch. Let me try.
It's okay. Your voice is always louder than me.
Yeah, but now it's not louder than you. I'm gonna reset my sound, my processor here. Hang on. Resuming. We're resuming. I wonder how that works because we're resuming
Oh.
on yeah. So sorry. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna hack it. I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit right here. Test, test, test. Oh man, nothing is loud. I'm cranking it. I'm cranking it. This is so bad. I'm cranking it all the way up, but my levels aren't high. I don't know what
Is
to
it just
say.
for YouTube or for Amazon too?
It's for everything. Yeah, my audio is this weak today. I don't know what it is.
Well,
I have no
Sammy
idea
boy
what it
said
is.
your mic is quieter, not
Yes.
like
Yeah, it's quieter. And, yeah, maybe I just need to reboot my machine, but right now, it's low.
no.
No, but,
Don't
okay,
do that.
you know what? I'm just going to dial up my gain just a little bit. It's between 5. All right, turning up the gain. 1, 2, 3, between 5 and 6. Test, test, test. Okay.
Oh, that's loud.
Oh
That's
shoot.
loud.
Okay, how about now? Oh,
Too loud.
it's too loud. Okay. Let me lower it down. Test, test, test. Are we good now? Are we good now? Test, test,
Still
test.
kind of loud.
It's still loud? This is good right now. I think this is good. Because right now it's at the peak of red and yellow. How's it now, Sammy?
If you say so.
You gotta hear it through the Amazon, because Jeremy, it might be a little bit different when you hear it through the audio here. Okay, so we're good now. We got. You hear it through the audio here.
Yeah, Amazon's good.
So we're good now. We got. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, Amazon's good.
Yes.
How that?
Sammy says this is actually nice. Both voices are equal. Right on. Rocking it. Thank you for the feedback, Sammy boy. You rock, man. Love the support.
But you're so loud in my ear right now. I'm gonna
You're-
turn you down.
Yeah,
Turn you
turn down your volume. Just turn down your volume. Your
I did
computer
that.
volume.
I'm good.
All right, we're good. We're good. Okay, so just going back to the proposition of like graphics card and CPU. Like, if you're gaming, you just want a good graphics card. Now, if you're streaming and gaming, you want to get an RTX graphics card because the RTX graphics cards, they have a chip inside. It's called NVIDIA chip that helps you encode. And if you want a high-end graphics card, you might as well go RTX because AMD doesn't compete in the high-end graphics card. So by high-end graphics card, I'm talking about the RTX 2080 Super, like this one here. It's a beast of a graphics card. $720. That is a beast of a graphics card. This is probably like as much as I would spend on a graphics card. You can go 2080 Ti, but that's one huge jump. Those cards start at $1,200 for a graphics card. That's more expensive than a budget gaming PC itself. So this is the ultimate. We'll start here with the ultimate. Now, if you want to go one level lower, I would recommend a 27 Super CPU. So a 27 Super would cost around $500. This is price gouged a little bit. This is not the Super, so be careful. The 27 is different than 27 Super. I recommend the 27 Super because it actually uses a next tier processor, the 2080, and just clocks it down a little bit. So I would try to get the 27 Super instead of just the 27. Here you go. This is a good price. 27 Super for $500. That's the one I would recommend if you want to step down for something a little bit cheaper. this is the one to get. And this is great for streaming too because it has an NVINC chip in there that helps you offload the task of streaming, encoding to one co-processor that's on the card, and then lets you game and run the game engine using the main RTX processor here. And then your CPU does all the other stuff like the streaming, the rendering of the streams, and all that. So this will be great for streaming. The 2070 Super.
I have an off-topic question.
Yes.
Well, it's not really off-topic.
Yes.
You know how back then it's when I actually built my own PC.
Yeah.
And back then the motherboard, some of those don't come with a soundboard.
Yes.
Right, sound card.
Yeah.
But nowadays, how good is the sound card built in the motherboard?
To me,
or do I need to add again?
Yeah, to me, all the built-in sound cards are good enough. And if you find there's a lack for it, then you can always add in a graphics sound card.
Man, I'm not a sound guy, to be honest. I mean, I can't hear the difference. Yeah. Maybe I have earring problem. I don't know.
No, most people can't hear the difference unless you're like a music composer and you're listening to like the very high, very low frequencies and just listening for like the noise level, right? The ground noise level.
I mean, every person has a different specialty, right? I can look at the colors and I can see the difference.
Yes.
But my ear doesn't work that way.
Right.
Or my tongue, actually, I will taste something like that soy sauce is more saltier than that. I can taste that.
There you go.
But not my ear. My ear sucks. So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. So.
But that let's say if I'm streaming and then using the on-board sound card for the mic, it shouldn't affect that much, does it?
Because actually, your mic is a USB mic, so you're not even using the sound card.
Oh. Yeah. Good call.
And that's also why a lot of people don't even bother with sound cards now. Sound cards don't sell well at all. Sound Blaster's still around, but that's like the only brand that makes sound cards.
I know, Sound Blaster.
Yeah.
That's long time.
But they're still around. But the only reason why you would want to buy a sound card is if you're still using like the analog jacks. But if you're using any like USB microphone or USB headset, then you have your own DAC, which is your digital to analog converter. You're not even using the sound card. You're using your computer, or rather the DAC that converts it and then sends the signal to your computer. So you don't need a sound card. So good question, Jeremy. All right, so we're talking about graphics card. We're downgrading now. If you want to save a little bit more money, then you can go for a 2060 Super. And a 2060 Super will run you, this is a good deal right now. Well, yes and no. So this is probably, this is a good one here. So this is a good 2060 Super for $400. So you save another $100, but you're going down one more notch. So let me add this to the stream so people know we're talking about this one. So this is...
Okay, guys, if you're watching this video, either live or later, if you see what David said is a good deal, and you needed it, you wanted it, you better buy it now, because what David told me that all this price is fluctuated. I mean, either the stock can go away or they just check up the price. So if you see it now and you see David said it's a good deal and you need it and you think this is what you need, get it, buy it right away. Because today I think we just rush in and buy two of the motherboard. Otherwise, it would just I'm pretty sure it's kind of probably out of stock right now. It's out of stock.
We bought the Tomahawk X56 570 motherboards. Look at this motherboard. I'm sorry to be like flexing with you guys right now because I'm sad because I can tell you about this motherboard, but you won't be able to buy it because on Amazon it's being price gouged right now. You can either spend $389 for it or $681 for it. We bought it for $220. And this is one of the best motherboards you can get for the X.
Ooh, can I see the back of? Can you go into the picture?
Yeah.
That looks.
The back of it?
No, not that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
that looks sick.
Feature rich.
Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, antenna connector. What is that for?
Wi-Fi?
Who use PS2 gaming keyboard?
No one uses it. I don't know why they have this. Yeah. But you got a flash wheel bias button.
I don't like that flash bias button. I don't like that. It's out there.
You don't?
It's just too.
No.
What you need it for?
Okay, so the reason why you need a flash bias button, beautiful question, Jeremy, is because now a lot of motherboards are future compatible CPU because AMD is doing this great thing. They said, okay, we're coming out with this socket, this AM4 socket that's going to support this generation, last generation, and the next generation processor for the next 5 years. But think about that. So say you buy this motherboard in 2 years from now, okay? So okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me take one step back. Right now, this motherboard doesn't technically have the BIOS to support the 4000 generation processor, but it will because that's what AMD guarantees. Okay, you're following me?
Yeah.
It doesn't support it yet, but you need to flash the BIOS to support it. Now
Right.
fast forward to 2 years later, you bought the 4000 CPU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you buy this motherboard, which is supposed to be compatible. But
Mm-hmm.
then now, how do you update the BIOS? You won't be able to update the BIOS unless you actually have a compatible CPU to install first.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can update the BIOS and then you put the new CPU in.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't be able, but that would be a waste of money because now you have to buy the old generation CPU.
Okay, you still haven't went to why is the flash bar buttons there in the outside?
This button allows you to flash the BIOS with no CPU in there.
Oh, but do I have to put it outside? Can I put it like somewhere in the board?
Well, it won't be easily pressed if that's what you're worried about because you actually have to
Yeah.
put a USB 2 drive in here that has a BIOS, and then you push this button, you hold it as you start up for it to flash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, that's
Yeah.
more comforting.
Yeah, and it's really cool because just like I said, like if you buy this board in the future, and this board has an old BIOS and it's not going to support the CPU that you have, you're screwed unless you find a loaner CPU. But then if you use a flash BIOS button, then you can flash without any CPU in the board. So that's why this is a really
Okay.
cool feature. Yes, Sammy Boy says, I use a really old desktop I built in 2013. It uses GTX 660 Ti. I'm not sure how good or bad it is.
Isn't that my card?
You have a 670 Ti.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So the 660 Ti is not bad. I actually don't know exactly, but here's a good way to check. Like a benchmark is like you can always do GTX 660 Ti, and then you can compare it to like a modern card, like the 1050, or I would say yeah, the 1050 is a good card to compare it to. So how does it compare to the 1050? And the 1050 is like a budget modern board. So your card is slightly faster, Sammy Boy, than a budget board right now. So I would say it's not bad. It's a decent card. And I imagine if you built that PC in 2013, you probably have probably a third generation i7 or i5 in there, maybe even a fourth gen i7 or i5, which is perfectly good for gaming. So whatever CPU you have, that graphics card should be plenty to game pretty much any game out there at 1080p. You should be good to go. Yeah, gaming doesn't require a whole lot. You just need a good graphics card, and you have a pretty good one. Yeah, your card used to cost $362 back in 2012, but now it's probably worth like $70 on eBay. Price. What is that called? Supply and demand, man. No one wants it anymore. Yeah. So stepping down now, if you want to buy something that's even, oh, I forgot to mention, we were talking about the 260 Super, right? There's actually another one right now that I just saw here that I recommend even more than that one. Is this one on top here? Nope, never mind. It's priced more than oh yeah, it's priced more than 400. So
Can you
never
remove
mind.
the message? It's kind of cover up everything.
Oh, my bad. Good catch. Good catch. Yep, Samboy says, yep, I have a 4th gen CPU. I think I paid $120. Yeah, you paid a good price for a graphics card, Sammy Boy. 120 is a good price for it. It's probably much cheaper now, but a 4th gen CPU is amazingly good. Hope it's an i7, so if
Man,
it's an i7,
I
you're
feel
set.
bad right now.
Why?
I should have built my PC before all this happened so that, I gave it a grab on everything and the price doesn't got jack up. So
You
that-
don't know, but actually, if you're patient, we will find the good deals. In fact, the CPU
I
deal.
am patient. I'm glass hopper, master.
Yes, Grasshopper, be patient. So the 570 CPU, the 3950 CPU that we are looking to buy for you is actually cheaper now than a few months ago. So it's an advantage, right? So we're getting that. Graphics card wise, they went up a little bit, but CPU wise, they went down. Plus the motherboard that you just bought, the X570 Tomahawk, wasn't even around a few months ago. Yes, and
Ha,
it has
lucky me.
it has the VRAM that's comparable to boards that are $450 for,
Oh,
and your board only costs $200. So we're gonna build you a good system. Now power supply, we're gonna have a little stretch in finding a good power supply, because power supply right now there's not a lot out there in stock. And if you want something nice, like a fully modular power supply at what, say 650 watt, there's really nothing out there. It's hard because you want a decent brand. You can probably get this Crosshair one, but it's not even. It's a 80 plus bronze. It's not even in gold, right? A Thermaltake. None of these are brands
I
I
don't
would
know much
recommend.
about power supply. As long as I know there's enough power to power all my stuff in there, I'm good. So
Well, sort of. You also want a good brand, because a good brand guarantees that it's not gonna give you low quality power and damage your computer. Like a Seasonic one is something I would recommend. Seasonic brand is good, or if you want to try another one, a Be Quiet brand power supply is good, because
Wait, be quiet.
yes, Be
That's what
Quiet.
it named it for.
Yes, this is
Oh,
actually a good
okay.
one right now. The Be Quiet Straight Power 11 650 watt. I think I should add this one because this one is fully modular, and it's 650 watt, and it's only 120, and it's in
Is
stock.
650 enough?
650 is more than enough for you. Yeah,
Okay.
you can buy any graphics card on my list here, and 650 is plenty. In fact, 600 would be good enough, but 650 is a sweet spot. In fact,
Good to know.
thank you for talking about the. I think I brought it up, but thankfully we found this one, and this is a good one. I'm gonna add this to the list right now because this is a good power supply to get. This is definitely a good one to get. Yeah, we're going shopping after this video to buy some computer gear. Yeah,
Oh
hopefully it's in
man,
stock.
shopping
Oh,
means spending money. I don't like that.
yeah, but you're gonna get a super fast gaming PC. Oh! I got a deal for you guys. Okay, if you're looking for a motherboard and you want the second best motherboard, you can't get the best one because that's a Tomahawk and it's sold out. The second best one here, I found it on sale for $289.99. It's still at $289.99. This is
289,
Oh,
189.99.
sorry, $189.99. This is the second best board you can get right now for any AMD Ryzen chip.
Hey, how come this board looks more hardcore than the one I got?
This one is a gaming board, but your board is better because it has cooler VRAMs, and it's just more modern. This one just looks cooler, but don't let looks deceive. Don't let looks deceive you. Your board, the Tomahawk one, is everyone wants it. Everybody wants it. It's the hottest board for under $200. Trust me on that. It's been sold out everywhere, and Newegg had it on its stock for like an hour, and after that, it's sold out again. So trust me, your board is popular. Why do you think this board is still for sale? It's the second best board, and you can't even get it until July 24th anyway. But still. And you see people are price gouging this? Not really. See? Whereas
Just a little bit.
the board you got, it's crazy because it's in such high demand.
$600.
Yes.
689. It's like,
Yes.
who would pay that much for a motherboard?
Someone that's really, really desperate. But if you guys need a board right now, I would recommend this one. This one is perfect for even overclocking your CPU. And if you get the Ryzen 3950X, this will take care of it. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Yeah, Jeremy, I know you're tired, so let's wrap up this video so you can take some rest. Unless you want to look at something else. You want to look at coolers, you want to look at computer case, you want to look at anything else?
I want to look at coolers and computer case. Those two things are cool.
Okay, sure. All right, they're
Get it?
cool.
Cool.
Okay, so when you're looking for a cooler for any of these Ryzen chipset, what you want to look for is you want to look for AM4 because that's the processor type. So AM4 CPU cooler. And a lot of you might think liquid cooling is like the cool one to get or the quieter, but technically it's not reliable. It's more expensive usually, and it doesn't even cool as well as a good air cooler. So you can spend
At the beginning, I thought it was like a gimmick because all it does is it had the liquid
Yeah.
going through on top of the heatsink
yeah.
and just circulate cool down, right? But I don't know. I mean, how much cooling effect does that really do? It's not like
It does a lot. Okay. So you do know the physics, right? Air doesn't have as high heat capacity as water. Water has a higher heat
True.
capacity, and
True.
you're pushing water through it. So instead of just air getting pushed through a fan, you're pushing water and fresh water is going through it at the same time.
But like you said, if it's broken, then you don't know because like it
Yes.
doesn't cool down the water,
Yes.
and the water just keeps getting hotter and hotter anyway, so
Yes.
it doesn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
And you there's no way for you to find
Yeah,
out.
until your
But a
CPU.
fan, when they break, you could say, "Hey, there's no noise."
Yeah.
You know, the fan stop.
Right, right. And also, the other thing is if you don't take care of your water cooling and there's air bubbles in your line, that's bad too.
Uh-huh.
Because air bubble decreases the efficiency of your water delivery system. Because now you have air touching the surface and air doesn't transfer heat as well as water. Air is actually an insulator of heat. That's why you have thick jackets in the winter with a lot of air in between you, because that keeps the heat that you have inside. Air is a good insulator of heat. So that's why, long story short, if you don't understand all that physics mumbo jumbo, just know that buy a good air cooler and you'll be happy. Lower maintenance, easier to install, and it costs a little bit less. And the one I would recommend is the Noctua ND15. And it's this bad boy right here. It's not a cheap one, but it's a beast of a cooler. And the reason why you want a beast of a cooler like this is number one, it's quiet, and number two, it allows your CPU to run cooler so it'll last longer. And if you need to overclock,
Does it fit in most of the case?
it doesn't fit in the small cases. So if you have like a micro ATS cases, you're probably not gonna be able to fit this. And some of the other cases, if you have tall RAM slots, the problem is, okay, so the way the CPU sits is it sits like this, right? And you see, this is a CPU, and normally the RAM slots are on this side and this side of the motherboard. So if you have 4 DIMM slots and you have like tall RAMs with a tall heatsink, you have to push this fan up higher. You see how these clips are here? You can put the fan higher, but if you put the fan higher, it's gonna hit the case, the side of the case. So you have to be careful when you get this cooler. If you have a small case, I would go work around that by making sure you buy low profile RAM. Yes. So let me talk about RAM real quick. So the RAM,
Low profile, where meaning that stay hidden.
yes,
Don't be too obvious.
yes.
Don't attract.
So check out this RAM. You see how the heatsink is very thin and it's not very
Yeah.
high? This RAM would be perfect for using with a big cooler. Now, if you look for any DDR4, so when I search for RAM, I search for DDR4 RAM, and you can search for 3600 because that's like the optimal speed, but you don't technically need the optimal speed. You can be fine with 3200 RAM as long as you get the K16, which is the faster clock speed.
So if I have a mission, let's say I want to open my Photoshop in 2 seconds.
Yes.
With the 16 core CPU, how many RAM do I need to, or like an SSD drive? Let's say I have to.
Yeah, so when you want to open up your Photoshop in like 2 seconds, you want fast SSD. RAM won't help in that case. Well, it does in a small part, but what the bottleneck when you're trying to open up an application is reading the data from the hard drive to process it. So no matter how fast your processor is, no matter how fast your RAM is to offload that stuff to the RAM, the problem is pulling that data from your hard drive. That's the
What
bottleneck.
about the Luminar Sky replace when they do all those like rendering?
Yes.
Does it use the GPU, the CPU, or the RAM?
So I believe it's not optimized to use the GPU. So it's going to use the CPU and the RAM.
Okay, so the RAM is important as like a support and backup.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Well, basically, you know, like how when you have a picture and you have a lot of layers and you can move between the layers and edit, all that all the information is stored in the RAM.
So I need a lot of RAM.
You-
That's I do. You know how many layers I have?
Right. So you need a lot of RAM, and you don't really need the fastest RAM. You are more dependent on the amount of RAM versus the speed of RAM. Whereas a gamer would be more interested in the speed of RAM
Yeah,
because
currently I have 32 gigs.
Yeah.
That's why I'm comfortable with it. But it's still, it's kind of at this limit.
yeah. Yeah, Sammy Boy says he has 3 or 4 Noctua fans in his desktop. Yes, those are
Wow.
good fans. Noctua fans are super reliable, super quiet. They have the most quiet fan out there, but they're ugly in color. What's wrong? What's wrong?
Quiet and fan.
Yeah, quiet fan. Gotcha. Quiet. Yes. Gotcha. So now we're
Two.
talking about RAM. Remember, if you get the Noctua heatsink, you want low profile RAM because if you get something like
Oh, look at
this,
that. Look at that. That's cool.
exactly, it's
That's
cool.
what we use.
But if you buy this RAM, good luck putting it in your cooler, right? Because this RAM is great if you have like a water cooler where you don't need a big fan. But if you're installing like a Noctua fan on top of this RAM, you're gonna have to move the fan up away from the RAM, and then it's gonna hit the case, and you won't
But that
close.
looks super cool, man.
Oh, it won't work. It won't work with the. Whoa, bro! Bro! Look at the comment from Caesar Diaz. Woohoo! I love it. Awesome energy.
Hey, how come I didn't see that? Oh, I see it now.
Yes, he just posted
Hey,
right now.
I let it dog.
Yep,
How'd you
Caesar.
add dogs in there? How do you do that?
That's pretty cool, Caesar.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
you should use this one. Look.
Yeah, so now we talked about RAM, right? We talked about the RAM. So actually, we should talk about the RAM a little bit more. So do you want to get 32 gigabyte or 64 gigabyte, Jeremy?
I feel like 64 is an overkill a little bit.
It is actually. But if you want to, you can actually get. So you have 4 slots on most X570 boards, but
Let me see what I have right now first. I don't even remember
I
what
think
I
you have
have.
16
What did I check that about?
system. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have 16. Do you have
I have
32?
32.
Ooh, you spent a lot because 32 was expensive back in 10 years ago.
I did because I know I need to run Photoshop like crazy,
Ah.
so I put 32 in there.
So if you get 64 gigabyte, I would recommend you getting 2 SIMs of 32 gigabytes. And if you end up getting two,
Oh, that's expensive.
oh, Sammy Boy wants a coupon for 50% off RAM. Dang it.
Not today, boy. Not today,
No, not
boy.
today. We're just okay. Today, if you find anything that's a good price in stock, that's a good deal. These
All
computer
right.
parts,
You see what? There's no way they have 50% off for any of this.
yeah, it's crazy out there. So RAM wise, you don't need to pay too much. The cool thing about today prices is that even though the price gouge is happening, RAM is still relatively inexpensive. I think,
Why? WAM used to be expensive.
yeah, it just got
Remember, like
cheaper.
how expensive the WAM is.
It
I
used to
think.
be super expensive, man. It just RAM just got cheaper. So
Mm.
if you buy a decent brand, you're probably going to spend around $300 for 64 gigabyte of RAM. Like right here, this is pretty good.
Well, like you said, the reason why I get in the 16 core because for future
Yep.
upgrade, or well, not my upgrade, the world upgrading, and then my computer just being left behind. So I don't want that. So that's why I overcompensate for that. So yeah, maybe I'll get that. So that in the future, God know how they implement Photoshop or what other program that require hell RAM to run.
But the cool thing about RAM is it's easy to replace. So if
That's
you want to
true.
upgrade later, you can replace it. Now, if you end up buying like 32 gigabyte right now, you can get 2 sticks of 16, and then you can add 2 more sticks of 16. But then you're not running optimal speed anymore because 4 channel, although it's available, it's not optimal for the X570 platform. So it's more advised if you get 2 SIMs of 32 gigabyte. So think about it. I think we're with your $2,000 budget, we can probably get you 64 gigabyte of RAM and the 16 core processor. We're gonna get a
I think
motherboard.
even we're gonna go below 2000 budget.
We're gonna hit it just right there. If you want 64 gigabyte RAM, we're gonna hit it.
Let me think. Let me think. Let me
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, but it's easy to
I'll think about
replace.
it.
It's easy to replace. Yeah. So think about it because usually the good deals, to be honest, are on the 62. On
How
the
much is the
60
32 gig right now? Like 64 gig is
It's 300.
around 300
Yeah.
ish.
So if you get 32 gigabyte,
Yeah.
and now if you're a gamer, all you need is 16 gigabyte. By the way, so 32 gigabyte.
Wow. It's only one third of the price.
Yeah. Like this is the deal right now. I would recommend this deal right now if you're getting 32 gigabyte.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is a little bit better. This is higher quality RAM, but I would just get this. I would spend
Let me
$120.
let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on this and then I'll think about it.
Actually, this is a good deal. I think I already added this to the cart down below. Let me make sure I have it. No, I don't. The one I have for some reason is $152. I'm gonna add this one because this is a really good deal for if you want 32 gigabytes at C16 latency, K16 latency, and 3200 megahertz. This is a good price. Look at the reviews, man. This is good. Normally it's $160. I would recommend this if you're getting 32 gigabyte of RAM. This is pretty much a sweet spot for applications and gaming. Now the risk you run if you don't get 64 gig now and you want to get it later, it might go up in price because you don't know if RAM is going to be more expensive later or not. But it is overkill, and you're also paying like 3 times as much.
I know. That's like if it's double, I might, but 3 times as much is a little bit like, is it worth it?
What you can do is you can sacrifice a little speed. You can get two of these kits. If you get two of these kits, that's 64 gig in four slims. Right here. So if
I'm
you,
paying that much for a 16 core, but I go cheap on the memories. Really?
oh wow, hey, no, no, this is the wrong way. 64 gig.
Is there a fan on top of that?
Where?
Yeah, I don't know. You have a picture that has a fan on it.
No, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Anyway,
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I would get two of these kits. I would just. Oh, dude, why did the price keep changing? Did the prices change on us? What? It's 150.
Like what? Is it like different color and then different price
Oh,
again?
maybe, yeah. It might. You have to pick this one, but
See, like why color change that
it
much?
does. But even this is more expensive than the one we clicked on earlier. Because if I go back one page,
Okay, so my friend is watching the Facebook
yes,
live, and
yeah,
he said that all the game developers are developing the game using the
yes, ray tracing.
ray tracing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why you want to get RTX graphics card. The RTX, any of the RTX graphics card has ray tracing. But to be honest, right now ray tracing is experimental, and most games, although they look amazing with ray tracing turned on, if you turn on ray tracing, you take a huge hit in performance. So it's
Oh.
really not really ready for people, and you don't really lose out in the experience of the gaming if you don't have it. Of course, if you have it, it makes the game amazing, but it's kind of like eye candy at this point. It's nice technology, and basically, if you don't know what ray tracing is, Jeremy, because I don't think you know too much about gaming technology, but ray tracing is a way that right now you can have reflections on textures and reflection of lighting, like you shoot a rocket firing a rocket or bullet, and light is emitted from the rocket. It will illuminate all the textures on the side really well and does it fluidly, right? Or the opposite, if someone's wearing armor and it's really glossy armor, you can see the reflection of everything perfectly on the armor.
Yeah, I read somewhere that requires reflection. It require more rendering.
Yes.
It takes more power to do so. So yeah.
Right, but
Okay, I get it now.
and ray tracing is a hardware solution to that because it offloads it to like a standard hardware protocol where the hardware chip will also be able to render all that. So right now, if you
Oh, I remember I read that like
Yeah.
the newest Minecrafter.
yeah, Minecraft.
Is that the game?
Yeah, Minecraft looks
Yeah, Minecraft.
amazing with RTX. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you look at RTX Minecraft, it looks amazing how good it is. It's just oh my gosh. Because you know what makes it look amazing is the fact that it's very simple texture, yet it has very cool lighting. You see?
I mean, just the upgrade graphic.
Yeah.
It got to be. I want to play that.
Yeah. So this is with the ray tracing. You see the texture is really cool and the light from this spills over. So all that happens automatically because it's hardware encoded. They don't
see.
have to develop like they don't have to program like how the light really program it. A lot of it is taking advantage of the technology. But right now, it's just experimental stage, and future graphics cards are gonna be much better at doing this. So
Oh no, this one actually. You know how when we did the video about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. What's the new Xbox called?
Xbox One Live or Xbox Live.
Forgot. Oh man, I'm getting old.
It's called the X
It's for
series.
X Series,
Series
yeah.
X, yeah.
So basically, one of the demo game I have is
Yeah.
that,
Yes.
and it looks amazing. That's like, oh man, I want to play this.
Yeah, it is really cool. Like you can even
I'm
check out.
always intrigued with the Minecraft, but then again, the
Yeah.
graphic is kind of too boxy for me. But this new one's like,
Yeah, but look at the
oh,
reflection. You see the reflection on the ground, and look at the reflections
yes,
of the water,
yes,
right?
it's very smooth.
This is off,
Yes.
right? You see how it's off right now? And this is on.
Mhm.
It's
I know.
amazing what RTX does. But it's still, right now, I would say it's beta because it looks great, but you take a huge hit on your performance. And the future graphics cards, they're gonna be more optimized for it because right now it's just in beta. Like if you try anything that's in the beta stage and the experimental stage, you're gonna be paying a lot for a technology that's gonna grow and expand really fast. It's like buying a 4K TV before everyone knew what 4K is right now. So if you want
At first, I
RTX,
thought this is one advantage that
yeah.
Xbox has over PlayStation.
I don't know if that's a fact or not.
They never released the spec on PlayStation 5,
Yeah.
honestly.
So we don't know.
So,
But on the
but
PC,
they,
that's your advantage. Is you can use
Xbox and PC is pretty similar.
yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean RTX if basically to answer your friend's question, Jeremy, is if they are interested in RTX, you want to get any of the RTX graphics card and it has to be GeForce. So GeForce RTX 2060 Super, RTX 2070 Super, and RTX 2080 Super or RTX 2080 Ti. You can get the non-super versions of those two, but I always recommend the super version because it puts you up one notch level in terms of the chipset, but you're not paying as much to jump to the next level. For example, the 2060 Super, they actually use a 2070 chip. They just downclock it to the 2060 Super spec. So that's kind of why I always recommend the Super if you're getting a 2060 Super or 2070 Super. If you get a 2080 Super, that might not have the same deal because the 2080 Super doesn't have a better
Do you have
chip.
an estimate
Yeah,
like having super and no super, how's the performance difference are like just
it's
an
about
estimate?
it's about 10% better.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a lot, and the only time you actually notice the difference is that if you're pushing the 1440p or 4K. If you're using 1080p, forget all this because you can do fine with the lowest graphics card, the 2060 Super or even the 2060 non-super. You can play at 1080p no problem. You can probably play 2080p with RTX on and you'll be okay too. It's just
You know
that
what? I'm gonna go for the big. I'm gonna go big because right now when I play Street Fighter 5 on my PC, I can't even go to highest quality. I'm sad about that
well, the funny thing
just
is,
because of my graphic card.
but even if you go small right now, it can handle Street Fighter graphics no problem because Street Fighter is not demanding on graphics.
Yeah, but in the future game, let's
Oh
say
yeah,
if I do decide to play Call of Duty with my friends
yeah,
and others,
yeah.
because you got me hooked when I was playing game for a long time, and then you got me streaming on a game, and now I'm hooked. I want to see what kind of games that I can play now.
Dude, there's a,
And now you're helping me building a gaming PC.
there's a lot of cool
You're
games
taking
out
you're
there.
taking a hold for me right now. I was like, Jeremy's good, Jeremy's back.
Oh
Man,
no,
I better not go back to Warcraft. World of Warcraft will kill me.
you,
Actually, no, my wife will kill me.
yeah. But are you a Quake fan?
No,
Oh,
like
you're
I said,
not.
first person shooter. I'm just not good at it.
But the
I play Rainbow
graphics,
Six.
Rainbow Six is popular too. But
I used to play Rainbow Six every night.
but Call of
But I have
Duty,
full gears, all that stuff, like keyboard, really accurate mouse and trackball, all that stuff. So I don't want to get into that. Again, that's a lot.
Call of Duty, the new one coming out is just, what is it? Is it Modern Warfare? No, Advanced Warfare 2, I think, right?
Yeah, that one's really good, I heard.
Yeah, Call of Duty is out there. It's amazing, and the graphics is just amazing too. So you want a good graphics card, but if you're gaming on 1080p, you don't need that ultimate of the graphics card. You just need like something mid tier to be comfortable with like turning up all the settings on like high or ultra, and you should be good. Like a 27 Super would be great. A 2080 Super would be fantastic. Almost an overkill. A 2080 Ti would be absolutely overkill, and not you won't even notice the difference unless you're gaming at 1440p or 4K.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't want the lag to cost me my death. you know.
Yeah, you won't lag. You won't lag. But yeah. Oh, yep, yep, yep. So yeah, I mean, we talked about graphics card. We talked about cooler. We didn't talk about cases. What kind of
Yes,
case?
let's go about
What
cases.
kind of
Last
case?
thing last.
Yeah. What kind of computer case do you want? Like a tower for sure.
I want something that has no in it
No neon light. Okay.
because I don't turn off my computer and then I don't want to walk around and all the light just blinking.
All
I
right.
mean, I'm not like gamer, okay? Or should I?
You're gonna be a gamer. So with the
Yeah.
computer case, you don't want to buy the cheapest case because the cheapest case usually has very rough
Wait, did I
edges.
see a remote control with that could change color LED? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay, that's overkill.
Yeah. Let me.
Do you have one of those?
Do I have one of those?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not?
Oh, for my little light, yes, I do. For my
No,
little
but
LED light, yeah.
for your case.
Not for my case.
Oh.
Not for my case. But like if you just want a basic case,
Okay, nothing white. White is selling Apple too much.
yeah, how about a little bit of white? So the case that I would recommend is I'm actually featuring it right now. This one is nice. It has a little bit of white, here, and you have like actually it's all white. Shoot. It's a nice white.
I'm okay with that. This is technically not Apple design,
Oh,
so
dude,
I'm actually
it's not in stock anymore. I was gonna get this one
what?
for you because this is the one I wanted to say you should get this one because it has a USB port.
I like
in
how the
front.
fact there's two fans kind of circling around the CPU. That looks like really good circulation there.
It's okay. I would not even bother with the top fan because
But how many hard drive can I put in here?
you could put a lot. So in the bottom here, you have
I got 6 right now. Can I fit 8?
you can
Actually, I have a tau tower, so that's why I could able to
you
fit
have
6
a
hard drive.
full size tower. This is a mid
Yeah.
tower. So then what you want is you want a full tower.
Because I never really remove my hard drive. I just keep adding when I'm out of space, so I could go back.
You realize that wastes a power too, because every hard drive is like an.
That's why I'm asking you, is 650 enough?
Yes, 650 is still enough because.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
then I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you want a full tower, this Plaintext makes good cases, and this one is $100 for a full tower case. This one has decent cooling. Okay, so the
That is a huge fan in front.
two.
Am
Oh,
I
it's one
seeing
huge
thing
fan, yeah.
Ew.
So the good thing about large fan is that they spin slower, so they're quieter. The large fan usually is more quiet.
Oh.
David almost got Jeremy that white Apple tower, desktop tower.
Yeah, he almost.
Yeah.
No, yeah, good thing. See, God is good. He know that I don't like Apple, so
Sammy
he
even
made it
knows
out
you're
of stock.
anti-Apple, but I'm gonna like make you an Apple fanboy, and you won't even know it. I just slowly kind of trickle it into you. I'll install Apple iTunes on your PC after I build it.
All right, so if Apple contact me and Jeremy, we really love your work. We love to sponsor you. I would say yes.
Yes, Apple, you hear that? You can make Jeremy an Apple
They were
fanboy.
able to take me out of Microsoft
Oh.
because Microsoft reached out to me first.
Oh.
I almost got reached out by Asus, but then I talked to Microsoft. They said you can use Asus computers. You stick with us.
Dude, check how many hard drives you can put here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That should be enough.
You have 6 hard drives, plus you have 2 SATA
Wait,
drive.
hold on. Those are like normal hard drives,
Yes.
right? What if I want to install SSD? Then I need a bracket.
You
don't I?
add a bracket to it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can add a bracket. There's also a couple SSDs down below too. And then there's 2 SATA drives on the motherboard.
But what about the motherboard I purchased? How many hard drives can I really plug into it?
So that one can plug in a lot. So I believe like 6 or even 8 SATA.
Right now, my current motherboard is I maxed out.
So let me see. You got the X570 Tomahawk. And let's look.
Tomahawk. I really like the name Tomahawk.
It's a great board, man. It's people love this board. So let's look at some of the specs here. Here's the hardware.
Wow.
Yep. No, that's just hardware, but it doesn't. No, it's not that. I'm gonna look at storage. Here you go. So yes, so you have two M2 SATA drives that you can attach here, and you can get the fourth gen M2 SATA. Remember we talked about the fourth gen? Your board can support
Mhm.
two fourth gen drives.
Oh, so is it fast?
Oh, dude, it's super fast. You can get transfer rates like 5-6 gigabyte per second. Fast. You know your hard
So
drive. Your
so
hard.
when SSD drive basically first introduced, a lot of people tell me just get yourself like a small 250 or even 500 gig SSD.
Yeah.
Just install your operation system
Yeah.
and your main software in there,
Yeah.
and then use other cheap drive for storage
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
Does that method still legit
N-
nowadays?
Yes, it does, but not as dominant. If you unless you need like more than a couple of terabytes, then
Uh-huh.
I would just go all SSD. Like I would just get two
All my
terabyte
hard
SSD.
drive are 4 terabyte.
Yeah, then you probably would like to have some traditional hard drive. So let's see how
Because
many
I
you
don't know
can
what
fit.
I do. I mean, I always max out the hard drive. I don't know what I did to them.
You should do some cleanup. So let's see. Do they have like a manual here? I want to read like a manual. So I want to see how many SATA ports that it has because that's what determines you to connect the classic hard drives.
Yeah, that's crucial for my
Yes.
workflow.
Here it is. Here the specification. So you got two M2 SATA drives. So you can add two of those, right? So you can get like
Hmm.
two 1 terabytes or two 2 terabytes or maybe one terabyte and one 2 terabyte. So those are your
Is it?
or you can get four too, but they're expensive, right? So
Oh,
so those are the
I'm poor.
yes, so those are the M.2 SATA drives. If you want to get like the fourth gen, they're expensive. Remember we talked about this as a deal a while ago, the same
Yes,
grant
very
ones.
expensive.
Yes,
Ooh,
like this one here, right? This is a 2 terabyte one for $400.
but how fast are we talking about?
We're talking about anywhere between like four 4 gigabytes per second.
So, should I put this as my main drive install window in it?
Without
Would it be
question.
super fast?
But you won't notice
Okay.
it because once you have something that's like above like 500-600 megabytes per second, you almost don't notice it because unless you're copying big files, which when you're booting up your computer, you're not accessing big files, you're accessing small files. So small files, the faster fourth gen one helps just a little bit. You won't notice
Okay,
it.
so in scenario, right?
Yep.
What if I have like a USB like this, right?
Yep.
Card
Yep.
readers, and I'm transferring like 128 or 64 gigs files over to the drive.
Hang on.
Would I see the
I
notice?
got distracted. Simon Boy
Oh,
said, I never knew Jeremy's dog was behind him the whole time. Where's your dog?
behind me, right here.
Where? I don't see him.
Can you see?
I see your dog. Wow, he's just chilling there.
Hi, Rambo.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Why are you stalking me, Sammy boy?
He's detail oriented. He's a very good developer, and I know him for a long time. He's been a great tech support engineer, and he's been an escalation engineer, and he's been a developer now. So he's very detail oriented. That's what makes him such a good employee. He's good at everything he does because he's detail oriented. So he even knows the little details about like you not liking Apple. That's impressive. But anyway, this
I think that's not detail. I basically say that every single video.
that's true. So see the
It's no
price.
secret.
So okay, so 1 terabyte for a fourth gen is like $200, right? But if you
I
get
can
the
do
third
that.
gen, it's quite a bit cheaper. Like if you get the
So if I use it as my main drive, would that be better?
yes, I would recommend it as your main drive.
When I say main drive, like main processing drive, not the
Boot.
storage application drive.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, that would be better because the main processing drive is where you're gonna do some disk swapping, flashing of files, right?
So for my current, like the newly board motherboard,
Yeah.
how would you suggest I lay out my drive?
I would recommend at least one bootable M.2 SATA drive. So
Okay.
either a
So I could
first,
get the small one,
yep,
like maybe 1 TB or 5 gig, 100 gigs, probably enough.
yeah, plenty. Yeah, and then you can get like a 2 terabyte
And
one
then
for
yeah,
the majority of like your bigger applications there, or your in work files. If you're doing
my
like video
photos,
editing, yeah. But then just put hard drives for all your other storage.
videos.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, and then we haven't
I
answered
should
your
do that.
question yet though,
What question?
which is how many SATA drives can this thing handle?
There are six right there, right? It's a six.
Okay, yeah, so six. So
I thought you saw that.
no, I didn't. So you have 8 hard drives.
See, I'm detail oriented
You
too.
are. So you have 8 hard drives right now. You have eight
Oh,
SATA.
that's plenty.
Okay, so you got six of these, but you gotta get a case that is tall enough to have six of them.
Well, not like I'm getting six right away.
Okay. But you need a case right away because you don't want to change your case. I'm not gonna reinstall all your components on a new case for you.
Hey, David, my case is full. Can you
No,
upgrade my
man, just buy a
case?
full tower. Buy a full tower computer case. Pick one right now.
But it's heavy though.
Yeah, but it's a tower. You're not gonna move it a lot. Just get this one. This is a good one, the plain text one.
Ew.
Yeah, it's ew, but it's only $100. Unless you want to buy this one. This one looks cool for $172. This one, I don't like these little stubby things. I just
Yeah,
feel
I don't
like,
like it either. It's no, it looks like Frankenstein.
yeah.
No.
What's that Minecraft? No, it's not Minecraft. It's like where there are needles sticking. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Hellraiser.
Yes. How did you know that?
I watch all the movies.
Yeah,
Told
I
you.
was thinking exactly that when I saw that. Hellraiser.
But wait, how come this one has like a hanger on it?
For
It's cool.
headphones, it's for gamers, man.
I'm a gamer, ish.
Ish. This one is like, it's kind
Dude,
of
it has a keyboard on top. What the? Why do I need all that? So you could
because
carry the case all?
yeah, because this is for LAN gaming, right? So you can carry it with your keyboard
Oh,
slid
I don't.
there.
Well, I could bring that over to your house, right?
Yeah, not in the stay in place, shelter in place. But
Well, look at that setup.
dude, look, this guy's got 4 SSDs, like normal SSDs,
Damn, that's
two
super
hard drives.
fast.
And cool, you see how clean this looks? Because it's all on the back side of the case. And on
Hmm.
the front side, you don't see any of that. Oh, dude, he has 4 graphics card.
Damn.
That's just for looks. No one does that anymore because if you have multiple
Is
graphics
that real
cards,
carbon fiber?
huh?
Are those real carbon fiber
No,
or just stickers?
probably stickers.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you want this case? I'll add it to a list if you're interested in this one.
No, no.
I didn't think so. The Lee and Lee cases are beautiful. This case, I think you might actually like because here's the cool part about it. When your computer is off, you can't see. So you see how it's mirror finish? So when your computer is off, you can't see through it. So if you want to see through, you turn on the LEDs inside, and then you can see through it.
Mm, actually, I can't. Okay, so one feature I really like is my tower now.
Yeah.
I have 4 USB 3.
Yes.
And also the mic and headphone on top of the tower, so I can plug stuff in easy.
Okay. So you.
And all the operations like power reset is all on the top.
Okay. So like this one's in the
Yeah, something like that.
So you want to. I think most cases have those, but you have to be careful. Some of them only have like 2 USB ports.
Yeah, I don't want those. I want 4.
Okay, you want
I'm all plugged in because I need to plug in the mic. I need to plug in the HD60S Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and my camera, all the other craps, because I don't plug it in the back.
Check out this
Oh,
case.
what the heck is that?
It's like
What on earth is that?
almost looks like a Star
Spaceship?
Wars ship or something. But look, this one's got the plugs you want. It's got a USB Type C, 2 USB 3, 1 USB 2, audio, power.
What are those last two things?
This resets and hard drive indicator light
Oh,
and a power button.
and the
But we're off set. We digress because you're never gonna get something like this.
how do you know?
Because I know you. It's just it's too crazy.
You don't know me.
You'll probably get this though for $1,200.
No. then you really don't know me. Look at that cage though. Wow.
I,
That's crazy.
yeah.
This is like those like robot fight robot, man.
I mean, okay. I'm curious to watch this video now. What are they talking about here? This is a 2.0
Open
motorcycle
open air
video.
chassis.
It's open.
Dude.
Wow. Who would spend this much on a computer case? Oh, it's all customizable. You see how those hard drive cage, if you don't want all of them, you can take them out. Ooh, look how it opens up. But like, it's so open up. Like, why would you even want something like this? Because it's like it's not even a case.
Is it gonna be dusty?
Yeah, you have to blow out all the dust every like month.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's here's your front USB ports.
No. No, I think the maintenance is gonna be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, this isn't that bad. Phantom. Ooh, this one is. Oh, this is a mid tower though. And this is a mid tower either, as well. This is a full tower, but
No, I think I have a mid tower, not a full tower. I don't want a full tower. How tall is a full tower, by the way?
let's see.
Where's my measurement? I have a measurement device somewhere. Where'd I put it? Oh, it's back there. It's too far for me to reach it.
Go reach it so you can measure it. So I can tell you if you want to get a full tower or not.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And I saw your shorts.
It's Adidas. Good brand.
Oh! Wait, what
So
brand?
my tower is only 20. My tower is only 20 inches tall.
That's full height. Cause this one is 22 inches.
Oh.
You have a full tower.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably gonna be comfortable with a full tower, and you want to get one with all the buttons in the front. Like this one has USB 3 and USB 2, so it has two USB 3 and then two USB 2, and
Oh, that's what I have too.
Yeah, headphones and microphone.
How come that looks like mine?
Maybe it is.
Oh no, it's not. It's not.
This one even
Similar to that.
Yeah, I would recommend something like this for you. What? $429? Cause
No, thank you. Nope, not getting that.
price gouged.
Hey, Sammy Boy said there's a 50% coupon code off on the 1200 tower.
Even if there's a 50% off, I wouldn't buy it. Wait, where did Sammy Boy say that? I don't see it here. His last. Oh, I missed that comment. 50% off for $1,200 case. Actually that's not a bad idea. Too bad.
So my friend Jason asked,
Yeah.
does RTX help you with video editing at all?
No. What video editing will be based on is the CUDA cores. And if your video editor uses the CUDA cores, so based on the video editor, you have to do some research online to see what graphics card hardware enhanced mode they offer. So I would search, for example, like if I was using Adobe Premiere, right? I would search for Adobe Premiere, and then I would add in the keyword like hardware acceleration. That's the keyword. Hardware acceleration, and then you would see either search for NVIDIA or AMD. And if you look for NVIDIA, they say it does support NVIDIA cards, and it promises. So it's actually here. Let's see. So the Mercury. So long story short, RTX does not help video editing. It doesn't because RTX. RTX is for gaming. But
Let's stay with that. We don't want too tacky with that.
Yeah, we won't get too techy. But basically, if you want to find out which graphics card is best for your video editor, you have to do some research online for that because every video editor is a little different. Yeah, but we should find your case before we wrap up the night, Jeremy. Oh my gosh, we're at 58 minutes on this stream. We've
My
been talking for
gosh,
58 minutes. This video is supposed to be
you
15.
long air guy.
I'm answering your questions. You had a lot of questions.
You have long answers.
Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't answer the questions. But let's find a case for you so you could buy a case. You want a full tower, right? Let's get this one. This one's ugly.
Wow, that's a good statement. Let's get this one. This one.
But you want a full tower. And how much are you willing to spend?
Nothing more than $100.
Do you want to use your old case? Okay, so here's another thing. If you buy such a fast computer, you can actually run everything on one computer. Because if you get the 16 core, 32 thread CPU, and you get a pretty high end graphics card, you can stream and play games and do everything on one computer. Then you can reuse your old case.
No, let's just keep that right there as like a secondary. I'll say
Okay.
we never know how we want to enter, so it's just kind of a case.
Okay.
It's not like a arm in the leg, so might as well build a new one, right?
Sammy boy, you are a trooper. He's been here for 50 minutes.
Dude,
I don't know what to say.
support.
It's yes.
Fist pump, fist pump.
Good job, Sammy. Thanks for the support, man. I hope you're multitasking or doing something better with your life than just watching us talk. Because to be honest, I love your support, but I would feel guilty if you spend your night just hanging out to us because I don't know. There's just so much better things to do. Watch.
You know what, Sammy boy? Just tell us what kind of contents you want. We gonna do one video just dedicate just for you.
Absolutely.
How's that? Right, let us know what you want to hear.
Yes.
We'll do it.
But make it.
Okay, nothing too provocative or too don't go there. Don't go there. Kind of video.
He won't go there. We'll talk about anything you want. Because you're such a fan. Thank you for your support.
Super. Hey, how about this Cooler Master?
Cooler Master,
case?
is it a full case? This one is. Oh, it is a full case, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know about the wingbow color though.
You can turn it off.
Can I
You can change it. Yeah, you can. So, okay, so the cool thing about this case is these lights are not part of the fans. So, you know how some cases have fans that are part of the design? And if you want to buy better fans, you lose the effect of the RGB. But this one, I believe the lights are part of the case. So no matter what fans you use, you always
Okay,
have
please
the
tell
light.
me those plastic guards are holded with screw and not like a magnetic clip on,
It's
because
magnetic.
that's just
It's
stupid.
magnetic.
Oh man,
Yeah, and there's 4 of them. Yeah.
I'm gonna break it.
Yeah, it's not very robust if you move around.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sammy Boy actually wanted to ask us earlier, but have you ever reviewed air flyers?
Oh shoot! I just got my air fryer today. You should have told me.
Talk to
I
it.
should unbox it.
Oh, did you already box it? Unbox it?
I always unbox it.
Okay, well you can. Which one is it? So we can add it to the cart.
Um,
I got
air
one too.
fryer. Wait, hold on. This is not even the same category, man. You sure you want to add
I don't care.
air fryer on this?
Yeah.
See, you still have
I
picture.
have
Let me
one.
see.
Okay, so Sammy Boy, here's my thought on air fryer. They have such low capacity that you can't make a lot of food at once. So we end up not using it, and there's only me and my wife that cook. Yeah, because I love to eat a lot of French fries, and every time we use the air fryer to make French fries, it takes forever because the batches are so small. So that's my biggest gripe about air fryers. But they're good. They're healthy. And
What do you use it for? I mean,
we use
I
it
got it
for
for
French
mom
fries.
only.
Yeah.
Oh, I got. Hold on, where's the picture? Shoot, I can't find it anymore. That's not it.
Which one is the most
No, I can't-
popular one right now? This one you save $15.
Oh, I have this.
You can see, you can see it. You can see through it.
I don't even see this.
I have this
Here,
one.
can you see?
Let me zoom in a little bit. Oh yeah, I can't read it because it's backwards. But can you spell the brand for me? Starts with a C. CUIS.
CUISINALT.
Yeah.
Got it?
And yeah, I got it.
It's 60 watts and 1800-watt air fryer toaster oven.
1600 watt.
60, not 1600 watts. Can you find it?
Yeah, this one, right?
I don't know. I'm seeing myself right now.
I think it's this one.
You gotta share your screen for me
Oh
so I
shoot.
see it.
Is it this one?
Yes, yes, yes,
1 year extended warranty. It's got the old
yes.
school dials.
I know. I like that.
Let's add it to the cart in case anyone wants it. So what is your experience so far using it?
I haven't used it yet. I just opened it and plug it into just like 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago.
How is your
I
experience?
haven't started
How
cooking
is
yet.
your unboxing experience?
Well, I bought this so that we could do, some toasting, pizza, roast potato, stuff like that,
Ah.
and barbecue pork, um, ribs.
But capacity
That's my
looks
plan.
small in this thing too. You can't put a lot.
It is not that big. It is not that big. So
Yeah.
I can't even get us a full-size pizza.
No, you can't. So yeah, that's my biggest thing about these things is they don't have big capacity. But if you
But then, if you just put like chicken nuggets and French fries in it, it's good.
yeah, that's about all you're good for. I think that's at least what we use it for. Um, so yeah, air fryers. We got the Panasonic one. We got the extra large Panasonic model, and I like it. It works, but it just takes a long time. And like I said, the capacity is small, so that makes it even worse.
So who started all this air fryer thing
I
culture?
don't know.
Like, it's suddenly become popular. Everybody talk about it.
Just healthy. I got one of
Healthy
these.
because it's the oil.
Yeah, I got the extra large one.
Oh,
I think.
it still doesn't look that big.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though I got the largest one, it's not even that large. I think I got the extra large one. XL, yeah, XXL, and it's not even that big. But
It doesn't look that big.
no, cause air fryers, man. I also don't like that I can't see what's going on inside. Whereas yours, you can have a window, you can see.
Yeah, I can see what's inside.
But yeah, so which one are you looking at, Sammy? Are you interested in getting one? I mean, obviously you're
Get
interested in
mine, get
getting one.
mine. See, you can see that me and David are very different. He's more like a futuristic type.
Yep,
I'm the vintage type.
yep, yeah.
That looks like a coffee maker.
But look how nice it is.
Oh
And it's fully
wow.
dishwasher safe. Well, not fully. A lot of the components are dishwasher safe.
Okay, I'm gonna buy myself a chicken now.
No comment,
Why?
because I'm a
So I could cook it.
vegetarian.
Oh, that's why you only eat French fries.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do. You know what you could do? Get what those thing called? Not cauliflowers. Uh, Shit, I forgot the name of the vegetable.
To fry?
Forget it. Yeah,
Cauliflower is
forget.
fry great when you fry it.
Yeah, but not cauliflower. The other stuff. Anyway,
That comment is so good. David got the Air
what?
Fryer Pro Max with 4 GB internal storage and DVD drive. Okay, yeah, it looks like a computer, I know. That's good. I love that comment. That's so good. The Pro Max with 4 GB internal storage and DVD drive. That's so good. Yep.
All right.
Time to go to bed.
Yes.
All right. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Sammy, love your supports. Please don't torture yourself if this is if you have better things to do. Love the support, but a thumbs up, stop by say hi is good enough. But if you love what we make, all power to you. If you want to see more of any content, let us know. We'll be
Yeah,
happy.
we're not kidding, man. Let us know what you want. We made it.
Yes.
Actually, I would make David made it.
We'll make content just for you, Sammy Boy, because you're one of our hardcore designated fans, and we totally appreciate it. And to you, Sammy, we hope you stay healthy. We hope you stay safe. Take care. Have a great night.
I wish everybody stay safe.
Well, first is
It's not
Sammy.
safe.
Sammy.
Definitely, safety priority
VIP
number one.
Sammy. And then everyone else. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you also stay safe and healthy and take care. And if you have any questions or comments for next video, let us know in the comments below on YouTube at Utechpia, YouTube at Pixel Stabbers. We're also on Twitch TV at twitch.tv/Utechpia. And we are on Amazon Live as well as Facebook. All right, any last words, Jeremy?
I'm tired,
I'm
but I
tired.
have to work on one more photo before I go to bed.
Oh man, and it's midnight. All right, we're gonna peace out. We'll see you guys next time. So take care, stay healthy, sayonara.